Today I'm incorporating wood into a loved theme card for the Would You Be Mine hop. Hey crafty people, it's Tasha, welcome back to my channel. If you like this video, I'd love it if you could hit that subscribe button below, and if you hit the notification bell then you won't miss any of my uploads. So when I was trying to think of what to make for this hop, I straight away knew what wood piece I wanted to use, how I was going to incorporate wood, because I knew that I had this wooden chipboard, I'm not really sure, die cut that I've had for ages, that I bought because I saw it and I thought that that would be really nice on like a scrapbook page or something, like for my husband, basically. I saw it and I thought that that would be nice for him, but then I kind of stopped scrapbooking and started card making, and then I just never stopped card making. So it sat in my drawer in my stash for way too long, so I was really excited to get it out, but I couldn't decide on a colour scheme or anything. I don't know. I think I hear Valentine's and I think red, and I didn't want to do red. I wanted to do something different, and I was sort of to and froing with different things when I remembered that my incredibly generous and awesome friend had gifted me a digital copy of the colour catalogue by Sarah Renee Clark. I think it's the volume 2, and yeah, it's just full of all different colour schemes for whenever you're struggling for what colour to go with. So I just went on there and I clicked romantic and it threw up a load of different ones, and I saw this one and yeah, I loved it, so I used it and I'm so happy I did because I love how it turned out. So I just smooshed my WH embossing pad down onto it, and then I'm using the burgundy powder from WH. I only use WH powders because they're amazing. I don't need any others. I was a little bit nervous because I was worried that I didn't want to start a fire. So I sort of did it a little bit at a time and then pulled the heat away so that I could check where was melted, and I just went back in a couple of times to make sure that I got everywhere, and I had been planning to put several layers on, but it just looked so beautiful and perfect with just the one that it didn't need it. So I cut down the pattern paper with just a rectangle nesting die from, I think they're from Simon, and then I grabbed out my favourite Tranquility ink cubes from Altenew and my large blending brush from Altenew, and I'm just blending some of that colour on from the edges. So I just went with from lightest to darkest, just deepening the edges of the paper just for a bit of a distressed look, but also to bring that bluey grey in from the colour scheme, and I quite like how that goes with that paper, so I'm quite happy at the moment. There we are with how things are going. So I want to add the coppery colour in, and I decided to use the WH metallic copper sparkle for that. So I swapped my pad across some scrap paper that I'd got. It's just Neenah £80, and then I'm just going to emboss the copper sparkle onto that, and then I'm planning to cut the strip, like a strip down from it, to put on the front of the card to bring that copper colour. So when you're embossing with glitter, you do just need to start the embossing process from behind so that you don't get glitter flying everywhere, and yeah, just look how beautiful that is. Then I'm stamping out some hearts again with the Wow Ultra Slow Drying embossing pad, and I'm adding the metallic copper sparkle to that as well. I just heat that up, and then I fussy cut them out, but I actually only used one in that size, and then I cut the others down. So I stamped out my sub-sentiment. I did it with 2 of the inks from that ink set because I couldn't decide which one I would like best, but I went with the darker of the 2. So there's my copper strip, and then here I'm using a tip that I saw from the Queen, Jennifer Maguire, where she uses a piece of dark cardstock to show her basically where the cut would be, and it's amazing. Yeah, I love it. I'll link to the video that she showed it in if I can remember which one it was, but it was a recent one, and yeah, it's an amazing tip. Awesome. So I did have just minimal warping on that strip, so I decided to use some really strong double-sided tape to adhere it, just so that I knew that it was going to be really well stuck down. So I just placed that on the bottom, and then when I put my chipboard on, I realised that it needed something, so I just cut a square of vellum to put behind it, and I think that just, like, yeah, that made it. I'm really happy with that. So I just added tiny dots of glue, and then I put my acrylic block on top to hold it down while it dried. I'm just deciding whereabouts on the card to put it. Again, I adhered it using the little dots of glue again, because I didn't want it to squidge out and you to be able to see that through the vellum. I glued my sub-sentiment below with plenty of liquid glue because I'm sticking it to the glitter embossing, which obviously has got quite a bit of texture, so you want to make sure that that's some strong glue. And then here's where I'm trying to fit these hearts in, and I realised that they were just too big. I quite like the one at the top there, but yeah, I actually I managed to cut them down in a trimmer, a heart trimmer, by using my pokey tool to hold the heart in place while I cut it. I thought it was quite ingenious, personally. I'm surprised it worked, but it did. So yeah, I like that one at the top. So I added that smaller one, just fit really well nestled there, with the Y and the ampersand, and then I decided against putting the third one on. This is for a hop. The person that you need to go to next is linked in the description box below, and we are also going to have a hashtag that you can click that will take you to all of the participants of the hop. I grabbed a piece of grey cardstock and cut that down so that would just be a really thin border, and it just made it pop off the card a little bit more, and that brings that warm toned grey that there is in the colour scheme. If you liked this video, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up. It just lets me know that you guys like it, so I know what sort of things to make for you, really. Drop me a comment. I love reading your comments and reply to them. I love chatting to you guys about what you're making, and yeah, if you're not already subscribed, then I would love it if you could hit that subscribe button. I hope that you have a lovely, happy, safe week. Stay crafty. Bye.